Hey guys, welcome to JOCO Outdoors. I'm Brian, and today we're going to be talking about RV holding tank treatment. Before we get started, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button down below. Give us a thumbs up. Hit the like button for us. Share our videos. Post a comment below and hit the notification bell. That way every time we upload, you get a notification. We try to upload every Monday at 8 a.m. So do hit that notification bell. Today we're going to be talking about the two RV holding tank treatments that we've used. It's Walex Bioactive and the Camco TST. We're going to do a test and see which one's better. Before we get started on that, if you want to know more about what we suggest as your basic RV essentials, click up here in this link above, and you'll see the 10 basic RV essentials that we suggest, because this stuff does not come with your RV. Whenever you buy your RV, you get your power cord, most of the time a propane tank, and a battery, and that's about it. You don't get any of the extra stuff. You don't get your water hose, you don't get a water pressure regulator, you don't get lanterns, you don't get this holding tank treatment, you don't get a surge protector, so you don't get any of that stuff. It's all extra stuff you have to buy. So if you want to know more about that, don't forget to click on that link right there above that we just saw a few minutes ago. So before we get in here, I want to talk a little bit about these. I like the Camco single TST. Okay, it's the TST stands for Total Sanitation Treatment. That's what the TST stands for. It says it breaks down waste and tissue, stops odors up to 7 days, no harmful formaldehyde, pesticides, or biocides. It lubricates and cleans sensors. It does have a caution on here. It says may irritate eyes or skin, harmful if swallowed. Read carefully other cautions on the back of the label. Alright, with this you get a 4-ounce bottle. That's what the singles are. I like the singles because you can just pour them right in. You get a 4-ounce bottle, and one 4-ounce bottle will treat up to 40 gallons. It'll treat up to a 40-gallon tank. If you do have a larger tank, if it's over 85 degrees, you will want to add, it says on here, add an extra 2 to 4 ounces as needed. So it does say that you can pour this in the gray water tank as well, add 2 ounces through the sink and flush with water for 30 seconds. So you can even add this into your gray water tank. That's what we've done. Pour it right through the sink and just flush with the water for 30 seconds, okay? On here it does say that it contains calcium nitrate. If in the eyes, if you get it in your eyes, rinse with water for 15 minutes. If on skin, rinse well with water. If you swallow this stuff, it says give 1 or 2 glasses of water and call a poison control center or doctor immediately. So get immediate medical attention if you swallow this. It says do not induce vomiting. So don't try to gag yourself. Don't try to throw up or anything like that. It says do not do that. Instead, seek medical attention immediately. Okay. On the Bioactive, it says that it's fragrance free and there's no odors. It's 100% biodegradable. It's non-staining. It cleans sensors. Contains no formaldehyde. It breaks down waste and tissue. Alright. Same thing on here. If you have a 40-gallon tank, 4 ounces of this, which is right about here, 4 ounces of this will treat up to 40 gallons. If you have a larger tank or it's above 85 degrees outside, add 2 to 4 ounces as needed. It says on here, it says on here to pour Bioactive in the holding tank through the toilet. Okay, it says remember, the more water added at the time of dosage, the better the product works. So the more water you add to this, the better the product's going to work. I mean, you could probably pour this in your gray water tank as well. I did that this past season and I didn't see a problem with it. It didn't affect anything on my RV. I can tell you this past season we had to use this because I could not find the TST anywhere. everywhere was sold out as far as the singles go. Now you could find a big bottle like this of it, but you know, I didn't have a 4-ounce bottle to measure it. So we got this, and it was okay, but what we noticed when we would, you know, dump our tanks was that it seemed like this didn't break down the waste or tissue as good as this did. We had larger, you know, just larger chunks coming out than what we would typically see with the TST right here. So what we're going to do, we're going to take probably 2 squares of this Scott's RV toilet tissue. I've had some people say you can use 1-ply toilet paper, and 1-ply toilet paper would do just fine. I'm going to tell you, I've ran a test in the past, and we'll do it again later on. We'll do that again later on, but I can tell you in the past from the previous tests that I run, 1-ply toilet paper does not break down like RV toilet paper does. I believe it. If anybody's watching this and knows any differently, post a comment below and correct me on it. But I believe that the way this is fabricated, the fibers in this toilet paper is more fine, whereas your standard 1-ply is a little bit more coarse. This is a softer toilet tissue. Trust me, I know. I've used both of them, so I know. And I can tell you that this breaks down a lot better than just your standard 1-ply. So my suggestion, don't use standard 1-ply. Buy the actual RV toilet tissue, because it does break down a lot better, and it's actually certified and safe for your RV holding tank. We will leave a link in the description below to both of these. You can get both of these on Amazon. They're not too bad priced either, so you can do that. Now, as far as the caution label goes on here, it says about the same thing as this. The difference is it says, with the eyes, flush with water for 15 minutes. If irritation persists, get medical attention. If you get it on your skin, wash with soap and water. If you ingest it, if you swallow this stuff, it says to give 2 to 4 glasses of water and induce vomiting by touching your fingers to the back of your throat, and then get prompt medical attention. So it gives you a pretty good description on how to get this stuff up. This one says induce vomiting. This one says do not induce vomiting. But they both say get medical attention ASAP. Okay, so we're going to get to this. We're going to get to the test here, and we're going to see which one of these two breaks down better. Me personally, I think the TST breaks down better. I could be surprised. We're going to let it sit here for probably about 3 hours, and then come back and see what it looks like. We'll lay them flat in here, pour it in, let it set, and then come back and mix it up and see what it does. So let's get going on that. So there's 2 squares. Fold this one in half. Lay that down right there. We'll also leave a link for the Scott's RV toilet tissue in the description below, so that you guys can take a look at the specs on this. I've tried this, and I've tried the Camco toilet paper and the Thetford toilet paper and the 1-ply toilet paper, and I like the Scott's RV toilet paper better. That's what I like. I found that's what works best for me and my family. So you guys use what works best for you and your family. That's what it's all about. All right, so we're gonna pour this bowl about half full. That's right there. Pour this one about half full. It's about right there. That looks about even. And I'm not going to pour this whole thing in here, because this treats up to 40 gallons. I'm going to count for about 3 seconds, and then I'm going to stop. All right, I've already got it open. Matter of fact, I just opened this a minute ago. I shot a video and the sound did not take, so I had to reshoot. That's why this is already open. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. All right. And then I think we have enough left in here for 3 seconds. And you can see they're both green, but the TST is a little bit darker. I don't think color makes a difference, but the TST is just a little bit darker. 1, 2, 3. can definitely see the difference in color. So we're going to put lids over these. As we read, we don't want anybody to ingest these, okay? So we're going to put lids over these. Now, a big factor that does play with this is air, you know, and air getting to this stuff. That's a part of what helps break down the tissue and the waste inside your holding tanks. But for safety precautions, so that the animals, our cats, our dog, our children, nobody even has the opportunity to go drink water out of this, we're going to put lids on it. We're going to let it sit here for about 3 hours. We're going to come back and we're just going to mix it up and see which one breaks down a little better. Okay. You guys stay tuned, continue watching, and we'll see you in about 3 hours. Okay guys, it's been about 3 hours now since we've put the squares in here. We're gonna pop these lids open. Before we pop the lids open, I wanna try to maybe kind of shake them up a little bit. Hopefully the lids won't pop off, but I want to try to shake them up a little bit. And I'm gonna move this out of the way and see which one dissolves and breaks free better. All right. Did that one a little bit. Now we're going to do this one. Alright, now we're going to open them up. And then I'm going to bring you guys a little bit closer to try to see what happens when we mix these up with with our little plastic fork here. Let me get you guys just a little bit closer, okay? Alright, so this one is the Camco TST, and this one is the Walex Bioactive. So now we're going to use the fork, or the fork. We're going to use the knife here. We're going to mix them up a little bit, see which one breaks down, if either one of them break down, see which one breaks down better, and just kind of go from there. Alright, so we can see that one. That one didn't really break down a whole lot. Yeah, still pretty solid. Alright, now let's do this one. There's a little chunk there. Let's do this one. That one broke into 2 pieces. There's 2 pieces right there. That one fell apart. Let's look at this one again. See if we can mix them up. All right. So if we look at it, both of them are both really close. They're both really close. You can kind of see that the Walex right here has kind of discolored a little bit. It's almost a clear color now instead of a green. You know, I don't know if that's going to make a bit of difference or not, but being that when we tried the Walex over here during our camping season in 2020, it just seemed like it didn't break down as good as the Camco, and I'm not going to say that there was really a stench, but whenever we definitely drained our tanks, the stench was a lot worse than what it had been with these and with the Camco in the past. And so I'm almost wondering if, because the color is starting to turn, if its breakdown properties and the properties, you know, the bacteria and stuff that they put in here to prevent the odors is actually weakening. Whereas you can see, I mean, and this is just in 3 hours. This one didn't change a whole lot of color, where this one, so the Camco didn't change a whole lot of color, where the Bioactive is almost clear. We're going to try to mix it up one more time, see if this stuff breaks down any further. I'm going to do about 15 seconds. I'm about 10 now. 12, 13, 14, 15. Alright, now we're going to do this one. I mean, you can see right here, this is starting to break down pretty good right there. Then you can see over here, I mean, this isn't doing too bad as far as breaking down, but you can still see there's some big squares in there. You can still see there's some big squares in there. That's a pretty big square too. So breakdown, they might be pretty close as far as breakdown goes. You guys tell me what you think. That's a big square there. That's a big one. You guys tell me what you think as far as what you guys have seen. Me personally, I still like the Camco better. I think it does a better job. The more we let it sit here, the more we stir it, the more it seems like it's starting to break down better. Camco's starting to break into smaller flakes, and the Bioactive is still got big chunks in there. The Bioactive did good breaking down, but this explains why we saw what we saw this past season. You know, I mean, this is exactly what we saw, big chunks in there, you know, versus small little chunks right here. See, small little chunks. There might be a few big chunks in here, but this is broke down a lot more than what this is over here. I'll mix this up again. So you can see we've stirred it quite a few times. I actually stirred this one more, and I still think this is broken down. I still think the Camco TST is broken down better. Again, you guys leave us a comment and let us know what you think. Alright guys, so you know, I think based off of the results, I think they were very close. Again, they were both very close, but I think that the Camco TST did a better job. I know it's hard to tell because it was so close, but I still think, even looking here, I still think that I'm seeing smaller pieces in the Camco than I am the Walex, and I don't know how much color matters, but it seems to me that if it maintains its color, the bacteria that breaks down all this stuff, the bacteria that kills all the odor and smells and everything, is still doing its job. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the color is just a dye that they put in there. Maybe the bacteria is still working. They both say that they'll treat up to 7 days. But me personally, I still like the Camco TST better. I think that it does a better job. This would be you know, my next in line if I could not find these. But as long as I can find the Camco TST, that's what I'm going to go with. So again, you guys leave us a comment below. let us know what you think. Let us know if you have tried both of these and what your results were. If you've tried something else, excuse me, apologize. If you've tried something else that works better than both of these, let me know, because I'd love to try. You know, if you find something that works better, I'd love to try it. Now, a big factor for me is that I do want something that cleans my sensors and keeps the sensors clean on the inside, breaks all that stuff down, and cleans and lubricates the sensors inside the holding tanks. That's partly why I go with these, you know, these two products. That's what turned me on to them. So, you know, y'all leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Hit that subscribe button below. You know, give us a thumbs up. Leave a comment below. Share our videos. Hit the notification bell, and you know, we'll see you guys again next time. We look forward to seeing you again. Thank you for tuning in, and remember, this is God's country.